We're now going to take a look at the resources panel. And the resources panel is very useful for looking at the different assets that our web page uses. So over here on the left hand side, you can see many different entries. If we expand frames, this shows the individual frames that the web page is using. And then below the individual frame, we have fonts. And if we expand that open and click on the entry, you can see details about the font that is being used. Next, we have images, and this shows all the different images being used by our web page. And if we just click on an entry, here you can see the little mail icon, and it shows you details about the image. This is really useful for if you're trying to figure out where the image comes from, the dimensions, if you need to change the dimensions at all to help with page speed and so on. So we can see here the name of the file, the dimensions, the file size, the type of image, and the actual URL, the location where that image is stored. Let's collapse images and now have a look at scripts. Scripts is then going to show all the different scripts that your page uses. So if I just click on one, here we have a JavaScript file and it loads it in. Next down we have style sheets. So these are all the different style sheets that the page is using, and you can have a look at the individual styling elements. So let's close this down. Now, we have these other entries, WebSQL, IndexedDB, and so on. If we take a look at some, we can see here we've got cookies, and this lists the individual cookies that are being used on the website. So here you can see there's actually 5 being set. We have local storage. And if we click on these, we can see the actual key value pairs that are being used. These are really useful if your website is using a JavaScript application so that you can actually look at the key value pairs, you can edit them, add new ones, and so on. And that just about wraps up this lesson on the resources panel.